this short dramatization teaches a very important lesson. Please watch it and listen to my comments at the end.
Wow, great architectural design. Is it up for sale yet?
Are you asking for someone? Because I'm not sure you can afford this house. But I admire your confidence. You walking up to this building and asking of the price. First time seeing a confident poor man.
How much is it?
Oh, come on, next joke, please. Look, this is not one of government's affordable housing projects. It's for people with good money and good taste.
I have good taste, I have good money.
You have a good taste, no doubt. But I can't say the same for your bank account. I'm sorry.
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying your eyes stay inside, but your pockets, no they like them. You and I know the message is clear enough to understand. As a matter of fact, I'll tell my boss to design affordable houses for people like you and the rest of the poor masses.
Are you judging my appearance?
Bob Marley, one of his songs said, "Who the cap fits, let him wear it."
Young man, you don't even know me.
Gideon,
Williams,
nice to see you.
same here.
You know, I heard your voice, but I wasn't sure it was the Gideon I know. Because the Gideon I know doesn't dress this simple.
Oh, Williams, stop it.
Where's your car? Wait, don't tell me you walk to this place.
Oh no, I was feeling lazy to drive, so I ordered the ride.
Wow. I wasn't expecting to see you.
I know, just decided to come to site to see how work is going.
Oh, yeah. As you can see, we are making progress. Very soon you move into your new home.
Yeah, I trust you.
Gideon, this is Paul, the intern. Paul, this is Gideon, the owner of the building. He doesn't like me saying this, but he's filthy rich. You can see him as your destiny helper. And don't be deceived by his appearance. He's a billionaire in disguise.
It's fine, Williams. Paul and I already met, right? Paul.
Yes.
Hello? Am I missing something?
Is he missing something, Paul?
What happened?
Ask him.
Paul, what happened? I hope you didn't do anything bad, else I'll fire you.
I was...
He was telling me about his dream to continue working with you permanently after his internship.
Paul, you see, I told you he's your destiny helper. Anyway, I'm glad to have you as my permanent staff. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Don't thank me. Thank Mr. Gideon. But you should have told me a long time ago.
Thank you, sir.
I told Williams because I believe you have a better influence on you. You and I know you don't deserve it. The message is clear enough for you to understand, right?
You and I know the message is clear enough to understand.
Paul,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
One of the reasons why I've chosen to share this particular video today, I had a totally different plan for my content, but I looked at this video's content and I realized a lot of us, we get carried away, and many of us will not even spare any thought for things like this when they happen. But if you really think about it, if you look at the response that your man gave, it's only because it's been dramatized. So this could have been the thoughts in his mind. He may not have said them out to the hearing of the person he was speaking to. In his mind, he would have been thinking it and acting it out in his response. For instance, he could have completely ignored the gentleman who chose to dress poor even though he was stinking rich. And the point I'm making is that that's how we actually miss the opportunity to connect with people that could actually make a difference in our lives. Like the man's described there, a destiny helper. We miss out because we choose to judge people based on their appearances. I've told several of my clients that one of the reasons why I continue to dress the way I do, even though I'm experiencing massive levels of success in the my business is because I want people to show me who they really are in the way they treat me. And the minute I show up in a manner they would expect someone of quote unquote the status they assume I have to appear, I deny myself the opportunity to really get to know the real them. You see, by this I mean people who have been checking me out online, receiving my newsletter, looking at my YouTube channel, reading my success stories, watching my videos, looking at the multiple websites I own, the stuff I'm doing for my kids. It is to a great extent likely that they will expect me to dress in a certain way. So if I show up and I dress much much unlike the way they would have expected me to come dressed, I think it's likely to let them show the kind of bias they have. People are very prone to treating others the way they feel the person has. If it is said that you should dress the way you want to be addressed, I argue that even if the person does not dress the way it is likely he or she wants to be addressed, I still believe that the right thing for us to do is to give people some common courtesy, treat them with common courtesy, give them a minimum, let there be a minimum baseline that you would ensure that you relate with the person on. Make sure you never mistreat anybody. Give people the respect they deserve, regardless of what it is you think their status is, because that is what shows the kind of person you truly are. And when you do that, you give the other person the opportunity to preserve his or her dignity. If it turns out that the person actually is at a lower level, he or she would at least feel respected and will leave the place with his or her self-esteem to a great extent intact. Why do you want to subject somebody to needless ridicule or disrespect simply because you feel he or she is not dressed properly? Even if he or she is not dressed properly, that is no reason for you to treat him or her differently. And if you choose to do that is, if you choose to treat the person differently and in a bad manner, I think it's a reflection more on you than on that person, that you're not a good person. And so I try to test people a lot. I show up in ways that most people will never expect to see someone like me, given the kind of work I do, and I use it to decide even the kinds of clients I relate with. If I show up wearing my normal t-shirt and jeans and shoes and my backpack on my back in my hands, and you choose to treat me as a nobody based on that, it tells me you're not the kind of person I want to work with, because I want to work with people who understand that humanity, and the way we treat one another is not a function of status. All right, the person who was dirt poor yesterday will be stinking rich day after tomorrow. I mean, we have so many stories of people who went from rags to riches, so why treat anybody? And we've had countless stories also of people who went from being bloody rich to being dirt poor. So the tables can turn at any point in time. I think there's this popular saying, no condition is permanent, and I think it's something that all of us need to remind ourselves of. But for some reason, people tend to get carried away by whatever they feel is the success they are enjoying at any point in time. I often find that it is better to live your life in a way that you are constantly reminding yourself that not too long ago you were also somebody who was a nobody. And if you feel you're somebody now, remember that there are some people who are even more somebodies than you. And so don't think you are superior to anybody. Treat people with respect at all times. I hope you find this useful. I wish you well.